Ford Mustang Mach-E Premium, $28,998. 23 Nissan Armada SL 4x4, $38,500. 24 Lincoln Navigator Black Label 4x4, $81,997. Rave Honor Ford, your hometown team, delivering pre-owned vehicles you can
afford. All right, good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Julie, good morning to you. You are the only one on the chat. It's just you and me, my friend. And anybody else that may be on the app itself or anybody else that hasn't chimed in yet. I get it. You got to give yourself some extra time to get into the chat room, don't you? Well, I sure hope you have a great Sunday today. We do have some patchy, dense fog. Did you see that at the very beginning with that East Tennessee weather camera in downtown Clinton and Anderson County? So a very foggy start to the day in Anderson County, but not foggy in all locations. Good morning, Angela. How are you this morning? What's good for you all today? What's the plan here today? I've got about nine rounds of pickleball and some church I'm going to be doing here throughout the day. So we'll get done with the broadcast. The family will get up. Let's see, 8 o'clock here while we go to the 11 o'clock service because that's the only time my kid can be in his church group. So we got plenty of time. Good morning, Tennessee teacher drone guy. What's up, man? How are you? I've got Eva joining us as well. Now the chat's starting to fill on in here this morning. Let's get to work with the forecast here for the day today because this morning, thanks to those rain showers we had yesterday, and boy, what a story that was yesterday. It just was early and did not stop in some locations, of course, leading to some flooding and flash flooding. So therefore, we have the dense fog showing up this morning with the clear skies and high pressure bringing us that sinking air. That's allowing that fog to form pretty quickly. Oh, laundry and errands day. Ooh, that sounds like so much fun, says nobody ever. I suppose that's what we're going to be doing today as well. Julie. All right, temperatures this morning, 50s and 60s. It feels good outside. We are trending a little bit cooler in some locations than what we were yesterday morning, so that's not bad. And your future cast, once the fog burns off, we're going to see plenty of sunshine throughout the day today. I really don't think that we're going to see much in the way of rain. If we do at all, it's going to be an isolated stray shower right along the peaks of the Smokies. So if you have plans to be in the mountains throughout the day today, I guess something to kind of keep in mind. But it's going to be few and far between. And we should see way more sunshine and less stormy coverage today. And when you look at your rainfall accumulations today, it doesn't really tell a whole story, does it? If you look ahead through the day tomorrow, maybe a few more afternoon showers and thunderstorms on Monday. And we may see a couple more as we get into our Tuesday. But generally speaking, we're not looking at much in the way of rain over the next 7 days. Why? Because there is a change to the forecast. The tropics. Have you seen the latest guidance from the National Hurricane Center? Of course, we've been talking about this for the last couple of days, but I'm going to highlight that in a lot more detail here in a second. If you have evening plans here tonight, it should be a fantastic night. 6 o'clock, we're still hanging on to about 81. We'll stay in the low 80s Monday. Tuesday, we're going to be down into the upper 70s, which is average for this time of the year. And we're going to have a lot of sunshine with some mid to high level clouds starting to stream on through. So let's talk temperatures from yesterday. We made it to 79 degrees. Does anybody remember what I was forecasting? I was forecasting 81. So we made it to 79, didn't hit the 81 due to the fact that we had the clouds and the rain early in the morning. This is what we saw yesterday for rainfall. Now, McGee-Tyson Airport picked up 19/100 of an inch of rain, but of course, we had mudslides. We had flash flooding that was ongoing in Sevier County, where places right around Pigeon Forge, Sevierville area picked up well over 3 inches of rain in just about an hour's time frame. We saw some flash flooding up in Hawkins County as well, and some other areas around town. So we saw some definitely some heavy rain. And the onset of the early aspect of those storms yesterday morning just was like, hey, wait a second here. Even the National Weather Service was chiming in going, hey, listen, this is obviously unusual. Models weren't picking up on any of this activity at all. And so we can only be as good as the model data that comes our way. Can't predict something without having to something to help me predict the future, right? All right, so here's what we're watching this week. Morning fog this afternoon, plenty of sunshine today. The tropical systems look to stay away. Now, of course, we'll see an indirect impact here in East Tennessee with some high-level clouds, but I think high pressure is going to be the name of the game. So rain chances, I've dropped them down to 20% Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 20 at best Monday, Tuesday. Maybe 20% is probably a good idea on Wednesday. But here's the story with the tropics. We've got tropical depression number 9. It is still not a tropical storm, but could potentially become a tropical storm throughout the day today. Maybe a Category 1 hurricane as it's just offshore of the Florida coastline. And look at it taking a hard right turn. a solid hard right turn, and then maybe beelining it towards Bermuda as a category 1. So Bermuda may be in the path of this storm system. But look, I mean, just like serious, if anybody plays golf, it's a serious dog leg to the right. Let me show you another perspective, okay? So here's our storms. We've got Umberto, and we've got the tropical depression, depression number 9. And you can see how they're both going to take a hard right turn. I really went to the model data and was like, okay, what is making this take a hard right turn? Well, we've got some upper level energy pushing in from west to east, and that's what's going to veer those hard right. Both of the storms going to stay out there along the out into the Atlantic Ocean. With of course, we're going to see some rainfall across the southeastern coastline. When you look at rain chances increasing through today and tomorrow, Myrtle Beach and Charleston will pick up over an inch of rainfall. But watch as this creeps in. Now, as we get all the way through our Monday, Tuesday, we're looking at another inch of rainfall across the southeastern coast, and then potentially maybe another inch or so by Saturday as the storm moves its way on out. So definitely not the same situation and scenario that we were talking about yesterday, where we could have seen over 7 inches, and of course storm surge and rough seas and all those things. So this is great news that it's taken a hard right turn. And then notice us here in East Tennessee, really not looking at a whole lot of rainfall here over the next 7 days. We are going to stay relatively rain-free. So the flooding and flash flood risk continues across the southeast. A lot of folks are going to be traveling there for fall break here this next week. A lot of folks have been reaching out about Florida. Florida, you're going to be doing just fine if you're heading down to 30A or, the Florida-Bama area. Anyways, Orange Beach in Alabama, everything should be just fine. No tropical systems there. Although a little wave is going to swing its way through that will develop and start to head its way northward, probably let's see what I say. Probably next Saturday, Sunday time frame, which may elevate our rain chances a little bit towards the end of the 7-day forecast. But look at this, solid 7-day stretch ahead of us. We're going to be trending at or even below average once we get into our Tuesday, and a little bit above average here for the day today. But average high for this time of year is 79 degrees. So not a bad forecast ahead of us. Now, I know the Climate Prediction Center has consistently been painted a picture of the potential for above average temperatures. And all this is probabilities. The darker shades, the reds, the higher probability we have of seeing above average temperatures. And so that could be a thing as we get into the first week of October. So I think that's about the story. So we'll see if that all plays out. But other than that, we continue to stay on the below average side. So let's see if I can't. My cameras aren't launching here. You're going to have to give me a second. Let's see if we can't get these cameras launched. No, we don't want that one. We want that one right there. All right. So it's Sunday. It's going to be a great day. A little bit of fog this morning. And, okay, there's the cameras. I was going to say, I thought it was seemed a little bit on the foggy side or dark side anyways in Anderson County. Let me show you a different picture now. Now these are updated. There it is. So still foggy for sure, just not as dark as I was just showing you. Obviously, the sun has come up. We'll take another little view. How about this one? This is in Union County, Maynardville. Got some sunshine, a little bit of fog showing up in Union County from the Maynardville area. Even in West Knoxville, got some fog over there at Fox Road Marina. That's a live look there. And how about downtown Gatlinburg? A nice view this morning. Not much fog, but a little bit of fog right there in the valleys of the foothills there. That's a cool view, wouldn't you say? That's a great view. That porch sitting, coffee drinking in the early morning weather is just right. Cheers, buddy. It is. There's nothing better than sitting on the back of a front porch right now, kicking back, drinking some coffee. Oh, Katrina, hi. Portia says, love to watch you tell the weather. Makes my day. Oh, Portia, thank you. Good morning, Seth. How are you this morning? And Sue's joining us from Wares Valley. Sue, did you see my picture or my post on social media? I was down at Little Arrow Resort the other day and posted a picture saying, hey, or not picture, I guess it was part of my little video update anyways, but talked about how we are getting a new camera set up. More new cameras coming to the market each and every day. What's up, Nathan? How are you this morning? It's foggy here at the Barron Creek area of Claiborne County. It is foggy. All right. Not that. Let's do that. Let's get to work with the national holidays. I don't want to hold you out too long, but I do appreciate you sticking with me. Did anybody have any corned beef hash yesterday, since it was National Corned Beef Hash Day yesterday? Anybody look at the national holidays for the day today? Because if not, I got them for you right here. It's September 29th, so of course we're celebrating birthdays and events. Today is National North Carolina Day. Happy National North Carolina Day for anybody from North Carolina. All right, today's also National Drink Beer Day. There we go. I'm going to give a big shout out for that. For those of you that know, I used to brew beer over the years. I brewed beer for about 10 to 12 years. Haven't done it since I started this business, but I am a beer drinker. I need my own channel. What are you talking about, my friend? Dude, you need your own channel. I got my own channel, bro. All right, so go drink some beer today if you're a beer drinker, because today is National Beer Drinking Day. It's also National Strawberry Cream Pie Day. Sounds pretty darn good right about now. It's National Gold Star Mothers and Family Day. Does anybody know what that is? I do not. On the last Sunday in September, Gold Star Mothers and Family Day honors the mothers, fathers, and families of fallen military service members. I did know that now that I'm reading it. Also known as National Gold Star Mother's Day, the day serves as a reminder of the losses suffered by military families. We're going to celebrate that one. That's a good one to celebrate for sure. Not celebrating the loss of a loved one, obviously, in the military service, but obviously celebrating the fact that we've got to recognize these people. Absolutely. It's National Good Neighbor Day. Go be a good neighbor. Check on your neighbors. Make sure they're doing okay. Maybe they need something. Maybe you have an elderly neighbor and you're like, hey, listen, do you need me to go to the grocery store for you? Because I will. That's what being a good neighbor is all about. It's National Family Health and Fitness Day, USA. Get out there with your family and try to get some hiking in, some exercising. Today's going to be a good day to do so, to enjoy the beautiful weather that we have in place. All right, let's go ahead and move right along to some weather history for this date in history. In 1989, thunderstorms over northeastern Florida drenched Jacksonville with over 4.25 inches of rainfall. In 1988, thunderstorms developing ahead of a cold front in the central U.S. produced severe weather from northern Texas to the lower Missouri River Valley. During the late afternoon, 80-mile-per-hour winds and 4 inches of rainfall fell from that storm system. In 1987, thunderstorms produced up to 10 inches of rain in southern Kansas and central Oklahoma. In 1929, a hurricane spawned tornadoes that hit Fort Lauderdale, Florida. While the path length of this estimated EF2 tornado was 0.8 of a mile, it caused 16 injuries. In 1917, a hurricane hit Pensacola, Florida. Winds gusted to 95 miles per hour. In 1893, Albuquerque, New Mexico was soaked with over 2.25 inches of rainfall, establishing a daily 24-hour record for that city. In 1874, a strong Category 1 hurricane went by Charleston and Georgetown, South Carolina. The tide was unprecedented and inundating the entire riverfront of the city of Charleston, which is a beautiful city, by the way. And in 1836, the first of 3 early season snowstorms brought 4 inches of snow in Hamilton, New York, and 2 inches in Ashby, Massachusetts. And we move on to world news today. On this date, September 28th, in 1991, the Garth Brooks album, Rope in the Wind, became the first country album to debut at #1 on the Billboard Top Pop charts. I'm going to give that one a shout out. It was probably 1991, 92. I guess it was 90. Let's see, I graduated in 90. No, it would have been 92 or 93 probably. I think it was 92, actually. I went and saw Garth Brooks, and probably one of my most favorite concerts I've ever been to because, man, I tell you what, he knows how to put on a show. Garth Brooks was an entertainer, to say the least. In 1991, in response to U.S. President Bush's reduction of U.S. nuclear arms, Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev promised to reciprocate. In 1972, Communist China and Japan agreed to reestablish diplomatic relations. In 1955, for you baseball lovers out there, the World Series was televised in color for the very first time. The game was between the New York Yankees and the Brooklyn Dodgers. In 1924, the first around-the-world flight was completed by 2 U.S. Army planes when they landed in Seattle, Washington. The trip took 175 days. And that was in 1924. Is that not crazy? In 1850, the U.S. Navy has abolished flogging as a form of punishment. And there you go. The more you know. Let's take you outside. This is a gorgeous view from Anakeesta this morning. Ah, that looks so beautiful. What a difference a day makes. Have a super Sunday as well, Cheryl. Yeah, take that. Didn't you know that, Andrew? We chatted the other day. And I'll cheers a beer with you as well. But I do have my own 24-hour weather channel. It is on YouTube, Roku TV, Amazon Fire, the website, the app. You can get the 24-hour channel. But if you have Roku TV, you can put it up on the big screen and drink coffee in your living room or your kitchen if you got an open kitchen to your living room and watch it all day long. Beer drinkers rejoice. On TV. Oh, well, no. Nobody wants to watch me on TV more than they have to, Andrew. And really, you don't even have to do that. A little foggy right now in Morristown. Good morning, Carolyn. How are you this morning? Wait a second here. Andrew, we need to talk here. We need to chat a little bit more. Trying to keep up on with your conversation here, buddy. Just give me a call. Like ring, phone a friend type of thing. All right, let's see if we have any Witcher's pictures from yesterday. I have not even looked yet, so we will take a look, and then we'll move right along. Let's see. We've got, there we go. Andrew. If you take them sideways, everybody, TV's sideways. I know social media is vertical, which drives me bananas. But if you post a picture to Witcher's picture, post it sideways if you can. That's a cool foggy view. Nice little photo there, Andrew. Love it. What kind of dog is that, by the way? Let's see. Saturday football in Dandridge. Julie is representing. Rocking it, Julie. He's got the East Tennessee Weather shirt, which, by the way, don't forget, that looks like one of your newest shirts that you just ordered. I do have a merch shop on easttnweather.com. You can check that out. Oh, and she's got her giant East Tennessee Weather umbrella. Perfect on those good, solid rainy days. How about Joey Exum sharing this one with us? You can see the rain shaft off in the background there. That's a cool photo, Joey. Knocking it out of the park. He does great drone footage and photos. Eli Bray up in and near the Johnson City area. Posted this one out of Church Hill on Saturday evening. Ooh, Aaron, this is a good one. Have you already decorated for Halloween? But how about this one? We'll turn this one sideways. I know he's dead, so he probably needs to go this way. That picture probably could go that way too, Aaron, huh? But she posted it this way. Got a nice little shot of the moon last night next to that skeleton skull. And we've got another great one from, where'd it go? There it is. From Kelly Burchell. A double rainbow. Where did she say that is? She said that one is in over Sweetwater last night. That's a great photo. And obviously had quite a few that were sent through Facebook as well. But I don't have those for you right this second. All right, it is now just at 8:20. We're going to wrap things up here this morning. Suppose the family's getting up out of bed. Maybe they're still sleeping in here this morning. Not really much in the way of rain today. We're going to have plenty of sunshine after the fog burns off. Today's going to be a fantastic Sunday. So I highly recommend you get a chance to get out. If you can, do some laundry, do some yard work. I don't know. Don't do any of that. Kick back, relax, and just enjoy the day. I'll be over at Orange Hat Brewing, I think at like 2 o'clock this afternoon. If anybody wants to come say hi and have a beer with me on National Drink a Beer Day. I've got about 9 games of pickleball ahead of me. Well, up to 9 games. Depends if we win or not. It's the best of 3. So if we just win 2, then we'll only play 6 games. But up to potentially 9 games of pickleball. Orange Hat at 2 o'clock. Come say hi if you want to. It's a lot of fun. I'll be busy playing pickleball. But I'll drink a beer with you if you want. Don't forget, Wake Up with Witcher starts off at 7:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday, for a live weather update. I post 1 Minute with Witchers. Your big story forecast, don't forget, is on the East Tennessee Weather app under full forecast. That's where I really paint a big story picture, the synoptic scale of why the weather is going to be playing out the way it is. If you want the local aspects, of course, the East Tennessee Weather app is updated, and you can check out Witcher's 1 Minute with Witcher's 1 Minute Weather, 1 Minute with Witcher, whatever I call it. I don't even know the name of it anymore. Just give me a minute of your time. Each and every morning, you can just open it up, click on the app, open up 1 Minute with Witcher, and that's what it's called, and just get everything you need to know in just 1 minute's time. Well, thanks for joining me on this Sunday. Cheers to you, my friends. This is coffee. See, it's coffee. It's not a dark stout yet, even though today's National Drink a Beer Day. It's too early for that. It's only 8:22. It's not game day. Oh, what about them Vols yesterday? Woo! What a crazy game that was. Back and forth and back and forth and back and... Finally, a nice big W yesterday, huh? Big shout out to the big Vols yesterday. All right, be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short. I'll see you back here tomorrow and throughout the day on social media. It's going to be a quieter day. Thank goodness for that.